Hi guys! Today we're having an interview with an ATC. But what's ATC?
I don't know.
I don't know too.
I don't know three. Let's go. What is ATC?
Air traffic controller is the person who manages the flow of the aircraft into and out of the airport, airspace, guide pilots during takeoff and landing, and monitor aircraft as they travel through the skies.
Today, we are going to meet with 3 air traffic controllers, including P. Kluy and P. Goff from Suvarnabhumi Airport and P. Sarah from Hat Yai International Airport, to learn how ATC work and why they choose this carrier. If you're ready, let's go.
สวัสดีค่ะ 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 Hello guys, my name is Cream.
And I'm Angie. And this is...
Hi, I'm Goff.
So my name is Mon.
My name is Nene.
Yes, and today we have P. Kluy. So P. Kluy, can you please introduce yourself to our camera?
Okay, my name is Napat Rawdhetubhai, or you can call me P. Kluy. I am a tutor at Thepwilai. I have been tutoring for almost 16 years now, but actually I have been working as an air traffic controller for Airline, Aeronautical Radio of Thailand, and mainly I'm working at Suvarnabhumi Airport.
Okay, so hello everyone. As now you can see that we are here with Pickoff. And before we go into the question and what we are going to do today, let's Pickoff introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, my name is Goff. I'm working at Aeronautical of Thailand. My current position is now air traffic control trainee. That's saying I've been in this position for like 4 years now. And before I got this job, I was graduated from Thammasat University with the bachelor of degree of Bachelor of Engineering. Yes.
สวัสดีค่ะ Hi, my name is Rawisara Thepwilai. My nickname is Sarah. I am 29 years old, turning 30 this year. My job title is Air Traffic Controller 1, Provincial Aerodrome Control. I work at Hat Yai Air Traffic Control Center, Hat Yai, Songkhla, southern parts of Thailand, with Aeronautical Radio of Thailand, or Aerothai, as you may know.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so after that, Angie, today what we are going to do?
So there will be some games for today after this, but first of all, we'll ask you guys some questions.
Okay, so we are making to be like a little bit challenges for all of us, especially you, Pickoff. So we have just like list some questions, and I think that you might know very well, hopefully. So let's
hopefully.
see. Yeah. So let's try the first question.
Okay.
So, what is your motivation to apply for this job?
That's a interesting first question, I would say.
Yes.
Can I see the question again? Sorry. So the funny thing is that, like, I would say there's 3 main things that made me to apply for this job. So I have to say that at first I was so lucky that I was raised in a family that was really appreciate the traveling. So I have so many chances to go to the airport, to go to many places, right? And so when you're thinking about when you're going to travel, you're hoping to see new places, meet new people, and let's say encourage new experiences, right? And so for me, airport is the first thing that comes up into mind when you're thinking about the adventure that you're going to go, right? And it's gonna be the last place that you're gonna end your adventure. So it's like my happy place for me to actually like thinking about airport. So that's the first thing that makes me want to apply for this job, because when you're working in this job, you can see the airport all the time. So it's like it's a place that for me gives me happiness.
Okay, good one. The first one should be. Okay.
How important is English proficiency in performing this job description?
Okay. Okay. How important is English proficiency in performing this job effectively? As you know, actually, when we are working, we are talking all the time. It's air traffic controller job is all about communication. So when we have to work, that means we have to speak. English is the main language, but actually we don't have to speak only English. We can speak Thai with some of our colleagues and some of our ground staff that we can, like on the phone, we can speak Thai. But on the radio telephony, that means we have to communicate. On frequency, we use only English, but the English we use is not the plain language that we use in everyday life. Actually, it's called phraseology. It's like technical terms in air traffic control only. So both parties, pilots and air traffic controllers, will know the language, the phraseology. But when it comes to emergency situations or unusual situations, we have to use plain language too, because it can explain more in details. So if you want to know about how important is it, I think it's the most important thing. I think for the company to pick a controller, one should have English proficiency satisfied for the job.
Why did you choose this career path? I think the most important why is because I have passions about aviation since I was young. My life revolves around aviation because of my parents. My dad worked in Aeronautical Authority of Thailand as communication engineer. So I got an opportunity to go to his workplace when I was super young. And in his room, he had this big radio where he had to listen to the communication between ATC and pilots back and forth all the time, and I got so impressed by it.
Okay, anyways, we are going to the next question, but this time I'm going to read the question and see. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so it's pretty long. Since you started this job, do you find any challenges? If so, how do you deal with that? One more time. Since you started this job, do you find any challenges? If so, how do you deal with that?
I would say like for this one, right? So when you work as an air traffic control, the first thing that you have, it's really important for you to working as this job is that you need to have like a safety mindset. So, but for me, when you have safety mindset, it's like a big box, right? So whatever you do, you need to consider that one first. And the challenges that I have found when working as this job, I would say the first thing that quite surprising is that it's about communications with your colleagues, or let's say with your conversation partner, which is pilot, because language and words are your weapon. So whatever you say, it's gonna be recorded. And if you make a mistake, or if someone makes a mistake, they're gonna rewind the tape and they're gonna find out who spoke the wrong words or who made the mistake. So communication is very important because like, let's say for Suvarnabhumi Airport, right? We have like 6 positions. And all of these 6 positions, we have to work accordingly. So let's say if the aircraft they want to move from point A to point B. At least there's gonna be like at least 3% involved on this particular aircraft. So it's really important for you to pass your information that you know to your colleagues, or you need to pass on the information that you know to the pilot that you've spoken to. That's would be, I would say that's the hardest challenge for me, because like sometimes when you speak, right, you don't intentionally speak out something, but then when you slip it out, you need to regain conscious and think like what you just said, is it matter, or is it important for your partner to know this? Because if it doesn't, it only wastes time for you to think of something else.
Okay, wow. So before we go into the question, I have to say that I really like the word that Peacock said. The first one about language and words are your weapons. I think it's so cool that you guys work in this position and have to be like have like a lot of thinking, you know, when you work. So I love this word. Mention this.
I mean, if you're enjoying working and talking to your friends all the time, that would be quite a job for you, because you don't have to stop talking. You can talk all the time.
Yeah, I love to talk all the time.
So next question.
Okay, next question. Okay.
Okay, so since you start this job, do you find any challenges? If so, how do you deal with that?
Okay, challenges for the job. Well, there are lots of challenges in the job. Firstly, when you are trained to become a controller, it's very challenging, because you have to challenge your skills, because it's the skills that you have never been doing before. It's like you learn something new, but it's not very common to your surroundings before. It's like you're entering into the new world. And apart from the language, apart from the radio telephony, the phraseology that I mentioned before, it's about making decisions. It's about all the rules and regulations and even about how the system works, how the airplane mechanism works. So we have to learn a lot. So I think a lot of young controllers are suffering from gaining experience, gaining knowledge and skills, especially nowadays. I think the new system of training and ratings to become a controller is more difficult than when I was a trainee. So for maybe my advice for younger controllers, they have to be tough. They have to be quick to learn. And I would say you have to be resilient, because it's not very easy. It's not an easy task to do.
Next, since you start this job, do you find any challenges? If so, how do you deal with that? Yes, lots of challenges. Since the beginning of becoming an air traffic controller, it's not that when you enter the company, it's not that you can become an air traffic controller right away. You have to go through all of the processes, many steps to become an air traffic controller, proper license and everything. The challenging part, not just the job itself, but the steps before becoming an air traffic controller with license. Before you can get issued license from CAAT or Civil Aviation Authority of Thailand, you will have to go through many steps. You gotta study on the job training, many exams, many theoretical exams, practical exams, simulations exams. You have to go through license exams, English proficiency tests, physical, aptitude test, everything. We have to pass medical class 3, kinda almost like pilot, physical and medical test, something like that. So many steps on the way before you can become a licensed air traffic controller.
Okay.
So this will be the last question.
You're gonna want to, or you can want.
You want me to?
Okay.
Why got the longest question on time? Anyways, How important is English proficiency in performing this job effectively?
I would say it's very important. I mean, I would say it's a double-edged sword for me because, like, let's say when you're good at English, right? So I have to say this first. So when you work on this job, they're gonna give you out like a list of sentences you can use in your job. So you cannot say whatever you want. You have to say like you have to follow the instructions. You have to say whatever like on the instructions. And if they don't have that particular sentence that you want to use on the instruction, then you can use your own creation, your own sentence to communicate with your partner. But the main important thing is that like you have to use all the available in sentence in the instruction first. And if they don't have it, then you can use your own words to communicate, right? And that's it, double-edged sword because like let's say like I wanna move this glass from point A to point B, right? So let's say for normal English, you would say like, hey, can you move from point A to point B? Thank you. That's it, right? But for when you're working on this position, the only thing you have to say is that, like, hey, move from A to B by move straight. Or if you have to turn left and right, then you only have to say instruction, but that's it. But then I was so furious because like for normally like normal people, they would say like, hey, please move from point A to point B, please, and be careful as well. Like you're gonna say a lot of things that normal people would say, but for this job, you only have to, let's say, move from point A to point B, and that's it. And I was so frustrated because if you say like this to a normal person, you would consider them as rude, you know, like, hey, move from point A to point B, and that's it. Like, that's it. Like,
So let's go to the next question.
โอเคลุ้น
Why did you choose this career path?
Okay, it's very interesting because actually I didn't choose it myself. Actually I graduated from Chulalongkorn Faculty of Economics. I studied finance. I didn't like it much, so my uncle, he is my younger brother of my dad. He suggested me that I should become a pilot. But I pondered to myself, I suppose I didn't have the passion to become a pilot. So this is another option that in the aviation field, working closely with the pilots, but you don't have to fly. You don't have to take risk by yourself. So it should be, I should say, it's a fortune for me. Like someone told me that I should do the job, and I applied for the job. I prepared to be selected, and luckily I was selected, and I don't know, I just fell in love with that without knowing. I would say.
What advice would you give to someone who is choosing this career path? My advice for you is not stop believing that you can do it, because sometimes the process of becoming an air traffic controller is not easy, I'm telling you, and stress can weigh you down. But you have to believe that you can do it. You have potential enough to do it. Don't sell yourself short. Like, don't think that it's too hard, you cannot do it. I'm too dumb, I can't do it. I can't speak proper English and stuff. You know, you can practice it. You can get better at it. Whatever that you put your mind to, you can do it, as I said in the beginning. If I can do it, you can do it as well.
Next is to be a little games for people to try to guess and talk a little bit about airport codes, because I think that he used to be very familiar with that. So let's see how fast he's thinking.
เชียงใหม่อุตภเปา
3 2 1
ผมจะสอน
เร็วไหมคะ
อุดรหรือเปล่า
ถูกต้องค่ะ
ภูเก็ตฮ่องกงทันไซโอเค first one
ที่ทุกคน
ไทยแอร์เอเชียใช่สิงคโปร์ Airlines Cathay yes Eva Emirates โอเค
โอเคต่อไปอะไรโลโก้
Airline logos
ไฟล์
เซสชันนี้จบแล้วค่ะคัดนะคะ
เลือกสไตล์กัน
British Airways
yes
Malaysian Malaysian
yes
Qantas
that next two will be like quite challenging
โอเค
3 2
อะไรอ่ะ
Wait, what's in 4
โอเค
อ๋อ
อ๋อ Air France เหรอ
2มีตัวต่อกัน
อ๋อโอเค
last one
Etihad
oh that's it
โอเคครับ
Guess airport codes
This is
okay
the airport code
airport codes โอเคโอเค
the first one นะครับ
domestic
both
โอเคเชียงใหม่ airport ชื่อพี่อุตภเปาป่ะ
yes ครับ
โอเค ยากเกินอ่ะ
อยู่ใน
Three, two, one.
it's inside Thailand
It's in Thailand
northeastern
โอ
part
เคอุดรธานีเหรอ
yes
Rock really
Yes ครับ
ภูเก็ต
yes
ฮ่องกง
okay ครับ and last one
and คันไซ
yes okay so the next one will be
Okay.
airline codes นะค
อั
รั
น
บ
นี้ยาก I think it's very
airline
difficult for me
codes
Thai Air Asia
yes
สิงคโปร์ปะ
yes
สิงคโปร์อันนี้ยากละ
it's in Asia
อ๋อโอเคคาเต้
yes
อันนี้โอ้
also around there it's in Taiwan
it's on the tip of my tongue อะไรวะ Can Iอ๋อ EVA EVA
yes
Oh it doesn't have any connection
yes but the code is BR
Okay.
next one
Emirates
yes okay so that's all for the airline
the
codes.
logos
Now-
I think it should be better for me
okay
it should
so the next one let's see ยังไม่หมด okay this one
oh British Airways no
yes British Airways
okay Malaysia
yes
Qantas
oh, so next one is quite challenging
too challenging
okay this one is in Europe let's say
in Europe
the country name is it's in the airline's name
France
yes France and last one
Etihad
oh yes
and this is a little game that we play พี่กอล์ฟนะคะ even I'm the one who interviewed I'm not sure any names but thank you so much it's very nice that we have a chance to talk with you today
Okay, then nice to share my knowledge to you guys too. And I hope you guys have a good time listening to this and gain some knowledge by listening to our too.
of course thank you so much ค่ะ
so thank you very much อาจารย์ฝึกนะครับ and
อาจารย์แล้วเหรอ
sacrifice อาจารย์
พี่คุยเปล่า
พี่คุยครับ okay so thank you very much for sacrifice your time with us today นะครับ and I really appreciate your participation here ครับ
Okay I had a great time with you
thank you so
Thank
much
you so
ครับ
much
ขอบคุณครับ
บ๊ายบาย